Hey everybody, welcome to Leon's Chainsaw Parts and Repair. We got the first of two saws that Benton sent me. This one may prove to be a little more involved than some of these repairs, a lot of these repairs. I've hosed everything off. I've actually had it running not reliably, but I've had it run. And I was getting some noise I just didn't like out of the engine. Or something. I don't know what. One of my first signs that something was goofy. See how easy that is? This thing works perfectly every time off the saw. Retracts, pulls up tight. Wouldn't always do that. I'd pull it out. Be slow to retract, slow to retract. Sometimes it would hang. Then when the saw would try to start, it would snap back. Now, obviously these pawl studs had backed out at some point and hit the rope drum there, but that's not what's going on. The rope knot's not hitting anything. So I pulled that apart to kind of see, alright, what's up? There's a little wear there, a little more than I like. Now, you always have a little bit of slop. You know, there's bearings. There's going to be a little bit. But that's a lot of noise. But that's not what concerns me the most right now. Get in here tight. There's play that I don't think is the flywheel. No, it's not. That's that bearing. I'm seeing at least 3 or 4 thousandths of an inch, and if I can see it, it's probably more than that. I can see the coil gap open up and close a little bit as I'm pulling it back and forth. So I think this bearing is shot, which would also explain the occasional just acts like the kill switch has been hit. If this flywheel was coming over and contacting the coil, or it was moving far enough away that it no longer was generating a good spark. Either one could cause this. So let's get this flywheel off so that we can eliminate, you know, a sheared key or something like that, which I think I'm certain that's not what's going on here, but we'll pull on the crankshaft itself. That took a little more effort than maybe I was expecting. Yeah. I mean, there's always going to be some play. But that's loud. It's not in and out, it's back and forth. So, I don't know what the heck that is, or, you know, why that happened. What I do know, and you can see this accumulation of stuff around here, with the bearing able to move like that, this crankshaft seal's got to have wear. So at minimum it's going to get replaced, but I'm going to tear this engine down as much as I didn't want to. Tear it down, get the piston and cylinder apart so that I can inspect all of the bearings, and this may be a full bearing job. Okay, so I can't say I have good news here. Could be worse, but piston is pretty jacked up. Rings are pretty well seized into the landing right here. I think it's from carbon scoring. There's a lot of buildup in the muffler port. The edges have started closing in over here, and that one's actually come quite a ways in. So there's a lot of carbon that needs chipped out of here. It did kind of mess the chrome a little bit. Most of that's just transfer. A very light hone and I'll be able to clean that up. I think it needs a piston It definitely needs a piston, but I can reuse that cylinder, which is good since they aren't easy to come by. The wrist pin bearing is also shot, in my opinion. I mean, that's moving across awfully easy, and when I hold the rod, I'm getting some side to side that I don't like, so I'd press a new bearing into that connecting rod. The actual journal bearing, that's actually the wrist pin bearing, that's the connecting rod bearing. I got terms mixed up there. It appears to be alright, and I didn't see anything on the drive case side here. That bearing seems okay too, so why this one was a little bit loose, I don't know, but I intend to, if we move forward with the repair, that's what I would recommend. New piston and rings. I'll hone that cylinder, we'll reuse it. Bearing, crankshaft seal, and do a crankshaft seal on this side simply because why, if you're going to do one, do them both. When it's torn apart to this level, it'll be super simple. And that should bring it back. Yeah, so this is definitely way more involved than when we first talked, Ben, so let me know if you'd like me to proceed, and I'll get parts on the way.